Welcome to History Adventuring. This is episode number 142. I'm Brad Hall, and today we're looking at being fat before the 21st century. I was talking to a good friend of mine a few years ago about health, fitness, and weight loss, and I finally got fed up with his bragging. He, of course, had no idea what I was being defensive about. He was talking about how robustly healthy he'd always been, even slightly chubby as a kid, and overweight by his 30s. This conversation happened in the 21st century, and he's younger than me, and really has never had much interest in history, so you gotta forgive him. He just didn't know. Being underweight, or skinny, didn't really become associated with health until fairly recently. Before the 21st century, people who were fat were described as pleasingly plump. Emil Gans, in the photo there, sitting in his office in 1915 at the First National Bank of Arizona in Phoenix, would not have been described as fat, just prosperous looking. And he was prosperous and healthy. Healthy babies, like puppies, were fat. The only people before the advent of people like Twiggy and Engelbert Humperdinck, you can Google them if you want to see them, who were skinny were people who were ill or wasting away. Thinness was associated with disease. Cheeks were not sunken, they were rounded and rosy. Speaking for myself, I was such a sickly kid that it's a wonder that I'm still here. I caught everything that was going around, would get an upset stomach from eating any type of food that I wasn't used to, and the list went on and on. I was so skinny and gaunt by my late 20s that I put myself on a crash weight gain program, which wasn't easy. I would look around at people who had no trouble digesting, could be strong and robust on the most awful junk food. These people could grab a bag of snacks from a vending machine and be just fine. If you're the kind of person who is robustly healthy, digests well, and never gives it a thought, all I can say is that you must have superior genetics. These are often called the thrifty genes. It's why some populations survived in harsh conditions and some failed. I sometimes wonder how my ancestors could have survived long enough to begat me, but here I am. In a crisis, my skinny little young body wouldn't have lasted very long, but I was lucky enough to live in the days of Wonder Bread and Snickers bars. Thank you for being fat, and thank you for not bragging about it. This has been History Adventuring. I'll talk to you later.